5-year-old me pretending to smoke when it's cold outside. Okay, guilty.
What nerve?
I don't know why, like, smoking's not cool. Don't do it, okay? And I'm gonna be honest, I've never actually smoked a cigarette in my life. No joke. My dad had really, like, rough time quitting, so I just never wanted to try it. Wasn't for me, you know? But I did do this. And I would also get the Popeyes, like, little candy cigarettes. We all did this. Like, it's no wonder so many people smoked as teenagers. Like, I want to know if kids today still like do this. Is this still a thing, or was this just like the 90s generation? But yeah, this is like exactly like this, just like this image. I looked just like this as a kid when it was cold outside, acting like I was smoking with my breath in the cold air. Yeah. Okay, so everyone did this. When you're in middle school, like grades 6 to 8, if you would look in any of your friends' pencil cases, you would see an eraser that was stabbed to death by a pencil. Like, every kid did it. I don't know why. It was just a thing we did. I can't even explain it. Like, for cigarettes, now this. Like, I don't know why we did these things. It happened. So my brain, do it. Me, why? Exactly. My brain, just do it. Me, okay. That's pretty much the conversation you would have with yourself before destroying your eraser. And the whole point of an eraser is to, like, erase your mistakes, and then you're just like taking away more of that material by stabbing it. It doesn't make sense, but it's what happened. Like, if I was a teacher back in those days, I'd be concerned. I'd be like,
why are these kids taking out all their aggression on this poor eraser?
Like, it makes no sense. Oh my gosh, yes. So me and my brother, we were big fans of the forts, okay? We would always make forts. We loved them. Our living room was always like this fortress. We would have all the cushions from the couches, we would have all the pillows, all the blankets, and this is what our weekends consisted of as kids. We would just like build this fort, and we thought, yeah, it looked like the second picture. We thought it was magical. We thought it was amazing. We had our keep out sign like taped up there so the parents knew, stay away. And we would have our dog as like the little like guard outside. Yeah, it's very strange, but it happened every weekend for many years. Hey guys, welcome back to Kickback and React. I'm your host, Court, and today we're talking about weird things everyone did as a kid. Let's get started. Listening to your friends' parents when they yell at them. Yep. So if you grew up with like a best friend, you knew all this too well, okay? Like, I had two of my best friends grow up just down the street from me. We literally lived 5 houses away for like 20 years of our life, 20 plus years. Their family was like a second family to me. So their parents did not give a crap about yelling at them in front of me. Their parents would even yell at me, like I was included. And I'm not gonna lie, as weird as this sound, as weird as this is gonna sound, I would get a little bit of joy when they would yell at me because I'm like, oh, they think of me as like one of their own. Very weird mentality, but that's what I thought. And my parents, they would yell at me in front of them. Like, when you got like a best friend, like actually thinking about it, so many of my friends' parents would yell at them in front of me. Like, parents just don't give a And honestly, I think that shows a sign that you're like a close member of the family if the parent doesn't mind yelling at their kid in front of you when you're over. Tight bond. That's what I'm gonna tell my son. I'm gonna be like, you know, if I yell at you and your friends are over, that's a keeper. That's a good friend you got there. Oh my God. This honestly depresses me that I'm pretty sure my son is never gonna experience this because this was a staple growing up. Like, everyone would go over to their friend's house, and we used to ride bikes back in the day. Like, no one was like asking our parents for rides. Like, we just like go on our own, go on our bikes. But it was like safer back in the day, so I guess maybe that's why as well. But this is how you always knew where all your friends were too. If you would see all the bikes and you'd be like, oh cool, I'm gonna go over to like Alex's house because like everyone's hanging out there. Yeah, me and my friends who lived down the street, we would always go on bike rides, and we'd always have our bikes in the front yard. Didn't have to walk them up. There was no concern of anyone stealing them. And I just feel like nowadays, if this was to happen, one, you'd be worried about someone stealing your bike. And 2, there's like so many creepy weirdos out there. And I don't know if I'd feel safe about this. My kid going alone with their bike just like down a few streets to their friend's house. I don't know, man. And it sucks that the world's come to that because this was like good times back in the day. This is like bringing back so much nostalgia. I love nostalgia. This is probably the weirdest one yet. I like wasn't huge. I did do this because like which child didn't, but I wasn't huge on it. My brother, he did this a lot. And I feel like guys more so did it than girls, I guess, because a lot of my guy friends did it too. But basically, it doesn't hurt at all. It's just like the littlest layer of skin on your finger, and you'd poke like the little pin cushion through it. What is it, pin cushion? No, cushion pin? You'd push the pin through your finger, okay? Now, I'm not recommending you do it or anything like that, okay? But I remember it was like a very common thing. And then it was like the thinnest layer of skin, but you could never pull it. No, you had to like drag it back out. Oh my God, okay, if you had a sibling, especially if you had a sibling, this was your go-to when your mom or dad would take you to a department store and they were looking for clothes. This is what you and your sibling would do for like the whole time you're in that store. Okay? Or you and your friend if you went with a friend. Or there were even times when me and my brother would find other kids and we'd just like play this whole game together. It was like a bonding moment between strangers. So basically what this is you'd go and you'd hide in between the clothes. I don't know if kids do this anymore. I haven't seen it, to be honest. Like, I don't notice kids doing it anymore, but it was so fun and it was so popular when we were kids. Like, you'd go to a department store and you see these little legs and little feet under clothes all the time. Like, all the time. And this is how parents would find you. They'd just look, see if you're wearing the shoes that they put you in and be like, okay, that's my kid. Because there were so many kids hiding in the clothes racks. I think you're hiding from your parents and you're being so sneaky, but it's like, no, they knew exactly where you were. They could see you. And also, when this was going on, we were very loud. Like, we were like, ha ha ha, laughing so loud. So there was no chance of any of us going missing because we thought we were so clever and we were hiding in clothes and being sneaky. And no, like, clearly you know where your child is. Like, look, you can see the shoes and the legs and you can hear the voices. So yeah, we thought we were sneaky, but not so much. Oh my gosh, the Bic pencils. Brain, break it. Me, why? Brain, you gotta. Like, this was another thing. And these pencils we'd use in the erasers too. Like, towards, I remember like 8th grade, when these pencils became more popular, we started like stabbing those in the erasers too. I think maybe we were boarding class. Maybe that's why we did it. I don't know. But this was a big thing. And you'd like push the little like plastic part there to the brink and you try not to break it, and if you break it you like lost, and really you're just playing a game against yourself, so you'd be like, oh man, but like, does it matter? No, it's just more inconvenient for you because now you can't connect that to a piece of paper to carry it around. You have to like have a broken pencil on hand. Admit it, you poured your soda into your bottle cap and drank it from there, pretending like it's a shot. Yep. All the time. And it would take like an hour to finish a soda because you're just like pouring these little like shots and you and your friends would like do it. Again, like the smoking and the like alcohol engagement at this young age where it's like, oh, your brain's thinking smoking's cool because you're smoking candy sticks, and your brain thinks drinking alcohol is cool because you're like taking shots. And while I never smoked, I do drink. I'm of age. It's okay. It's fine. I don't do it that often. I used to do it a lot more, and I'd go out before COVID and before I had a baby. But now that I have a baby, yeah, I don't do it all that often. But this is not good to introduce to kids. But it was just something fun you would do with your friends. I don't know why we did it. It doesn't make sense. None of these things make sense, but it's just something that we did for no reason. We just found it fun, I guess. And I don't know, because you're barely getting any soda even in that, but apparently it was enough for us, and we're like, living life. When I was younger, I used to draw the sun in the corner of my paper every time. Yes, oh my gosh. So, as kids, you would never, like ever, see a kid draw a full sun. It was always in the corner, and it would have like the 5 or 6 beams of light coming down, and then the sky was always like that, just like some blue at the top, and then the green grass at the bottom. Like, this is a basic like kindergarten picture. Like, I'd say up to like 8 years old, this is how you would draw. Maybe it was just me, but no. I know a lot of kids did this because you look around and your teacher puts up your artwork on the wall, and every kid had a sun like this, and it was never in the right-hand corner. It was always in the left-hand corner. Why? I can't answer that. I don't know. But another big thing we would do is for birds, we'd draw them as like little M's. Yeah, that was another thing. So the sun in the left-hand corner and little birds as M's, like flying in the sky. Yeah, it was an interesting childhood. And there you guys have it. That is our list. Thank you guys so much for watching. This list brought me so much nostalgia. It made me so happy. It reminded me of the good old days. Honestly, I always say when anyone asks me, I had the best childhood. Like, I honestly did. It was so much fun. Like, so many family memories, so many memories with great friends I'm still friends with today. It was such a good time. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. I hope this list brings you some nostalgia. Let me know down in the comments if you're a bit younger than me, if kids are still doing these things today, okay? Don't forget to subscribe, to like this video, and click that notification bell so you never miss any videos, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye!